Tokenization is a technology that allows real assets to be converted into digital assets. Real estate, cars, jewelry, expensive wines, everything that exists in the real world.
It is an incredible toolkit that, perhaps, in the future will completely replace all government structures.
In Singapore, laws have been specifically enacted to effectively and comprehensively regulate the interaction between digital assets and real-world assets.
We can scale our solution all over the world.
This is our mission, vision, and our goal, to make this world a little better through the Sabai Protocol. As you probably already know, I have been researching and developing asset tokenization for 3 years now. Today, we'll see what we've learned by exploring this technology. We will definitely talk to people, to experts in this industry. We'll also figure out why entire countries are already investing in crypto assets. Why are the world's largest funds and top global investors investing in this technology? What's so special about it? Let me introduce you to Julia, the CEO of Sabai Protocol. As researchers, Julia and I are fully immersed in studying the potential of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. What's happening in the world of cryptocurrencies right now? How deeply has this technology already integrated into our everyday lives, and how they continue to shape the future?
Yes, well, first of all, hello everyone. I'm glad to finally be on your podcast, Vadym. Blockchain technology and the cryptocurrency market have been actively evolving over the past 10 years. But now, this boom is advancing globally by leaps and bounds. Recently, Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs were approved. What does this mean? It means that these two cryptocurrencies can be bought like regular company stocks, like Apple shares, or like investments in gold. And now statistics. Over the past 5 years, $15 billion was invested in gold, while Bitcoin attracted the same amount in just 5 months.
So, the ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum are currently already being actively traded on traditional exchanges.
Yes, crypto has definitely become more than just a crypto instrument to simplify life. It is rapidly transitioning to the political and governmental level and being implemented into various structures such as the financial system of an entire country.
Let's reveal a little bit about RWA here.
Real-world assets. This is a technology that allows converting real assets into digital assets. Real estate, cars, jewelry, expensive wines, anything that exists in the real world. These assets can be digitized and sold not as a whole, but in small fractions. Essentially, this is what we are currently doing with real estate. And we plan to expand beyond real estate in the future. And right now, for example, this market is already valued at $2.5 billion, and it is forecasted to reach $20 trillion by 2030. And what I've mentioned is based on statistics only up to 2023.
Let's talk about our platform. What does it represent? Why should people pay attention to it? What are we researching there? And what are we exploring now?
What is Sabai Protocol in general? It is not just about real estate tokenization. When we started exploring this topic 3 years ago, our first goal was to enable people to buy real estate in small fractions, earn income sitting at home, without worrying about anything. Then the trend for RWAs emerged. We realized that this was interesting not only to us, but also to other developers. We can scale our solution to developers worldwide. Then, as you know, some people from our circle started reaching out to us asking if it is possible to tokenize their projects and companies. For example, can we tokenize an amusement park? This means tokenizing various other real-world assets, not just real estate. Actually, we haven't talked about the mission, the values of the project, your company which you conveyed to me and the team. One of the main values is precisely the connection between the virtual and real world and such mass adoption. What does this mean? This means that one of our tasks is to help people who don't know what crypto is, what tokenization is, who hear that everyone around them is doing something in crypto and somehow making money from it. But they don't have the knowledge or the tools. And what sets us apart from many of our competitors is that in addition to the technology, we have an educational platform where we teach people the basics of investing in crypto assets, the basics of tokenization. And we also educate our B2B clients through our platform. So we have a developer who wants to tokenize their assets, and he has a team that doesn't understand anything about it. And with the help of our platform, we thoroughly train their team on various tools, processes, and advanced technology. In other words, we provide a turnkey service. We launch tokenization on a turnkey basis for other companies. And now Sabai Protocol is a company that deals with the tokenization of real and virtual assets. Real is everything related to the world's assets. It can be real estate, businesses, and startups. And virtual, for example, games. We have games already developed by us in our ecosystem, which we are now tokenizing. Crypto tokens are used within the game so that people can also learn and earn through them. We provide a unique and engaging experience, not just dedicating time playing to get dopamine, but also benefiting your brain by learning something new or for your wallet by earning money from it.
Approximately a year ago, we successfully launched our native token Sabai, which now ranks within the top 10% of all fundamental projects by Certic. If you look at the CoinMarketCap ranking, we are already in the 900th position. The word Sabai is the main word in Thailand. It is about comfort, about happiness and tranquility in life. My personal goal is for all investors, employees, and team members to be happy and make a lot of money with us. This means creating an environment where everyone feels valued and appreciated. We aim to foster a culture of success and mutual benefit. When we started attracting investments and selling friends and family, the token price was half a cent. Currently, we are trading above 5 cents. When we got listed, the price was 1.5 cents. So imagine this from the seed round to today, the price has increased by more than tenfold. We have listed $Sabai on 3 exchanges: Uniswap, Bitmart, and MEXC. When we got listed on MEXC, the price had already increased to 3 by 1 month, meaning it was 1.5 and now it's over 5 cents. All right, instead of me telling you everything, let's talk to our investors who bought at an early stage, believed in the project and me. Let's see what they have to say. Friends, I would like to introduce our team member, the Business Development Manager, Anton. Hello, Anton.
Hello, Vadym. Greetings. Well, as you remember, we met in the fall of 2021, when there was neither a project nor a team, only an idea. At that stage, I was already very captivated by the idea. That's when I invested some of my first money. I don't remember exactly, it was around $2,000 to $4,000. At that time, I knew very little about the project. I wasn't a team member yet. I was buying at half a cent, and now the tokens are practically trading well, around 5 cents. If you round up, it comes to 10x of the seed round, and yes, after the TG. I also bought on the market at 1.5, 1.7, and 1.8 cents. And even those that I bought not with locked tokens, meaning not through early rounds, I have already made 3-4 on them. I believe that our project has deep potential. We are indeed creating tokenized RWA assets, and there is a certain future in this.
And now let's meet my friends. We've been friends since about 2016 to 2018. They created an entire media empire in the field of blockchain development, and cryptocurrencies. I am very glad that the guys were indeed among the very first to invest and are still holding the Sabai tokens. These tokens have already grown 10. And even if they are still holding and not selling, think about it, why are you still not in the community?
Well, regarding the Sabai Protocol project, we can definitely say that we indeed had insider information because we knew Vadym. We initially had a closed private round for our DAO at a super great price, something around half a cent we bought. So it was very cheap, and the most interesting part is that we are still holding this token, and not a single token has been sold as of today.
For now, we have achieved approximately 10 returns, because we bought during that round at a roughly half a cent valuation. We haven't sold anything to date, and as far as I know, most of the community is still holding on Sabai token. I believe it has quite good potential for several reasons. First of all, it's a very interesting niche. A pivot is a sharp change in the direction of a startup with the aim of its further development. They recently made a pivot and moved into RWA real-world assets, which is the tokenization of real estate. So additionally, Vadym has a large number of physical assets in the form of real estate. And in my opinion, at the intersection of this real-world assets narrative and the overall significant growth of the cryptocurrency market, we could potentially see returns of 10 to 50 times on investments in the near future. Therefore, we plan to achieve at least 5 more. After that, we'll fix some part of the profits and hold the rest as a long-term investment. Because overall, we believe in Vadym's team, we believe in the project they are working on, and they are doing an amazing job. Vadym is the kind of person who sees all his endeavors through to the end.
What are overall expectations for the Sabai token? Should people buy it? And if so, when should they buy it? And what are its prospects?
As you correctly said, we started a year ago and we got listed on our first exchange in July of last year. For the first 6 months, we were very actively focused on the product and technology. Well, as you know, we didn't invest much in marketing, didn't promote heavily, and kept the community informed about what was happening with us. It was important for us to actually deliver a solid product, not just a promise on paper that we would do something later. And over the past 2 months, having our products and understanding our positioning of who we are, what we are, our goals, and what we want, we have launched active promotion efforts. This includes new listings. So what is a new listing? This is a launch on a new exchange. Accordingly, by launching on a new exchange, the people who use that exchange can buy our token. Currently, we are on Uniswap, Bitmart, and MEXC. Our plan is to get listed on increasingly more popular exchanges, including Tier 1 top exchanges. These are the ones with the highest usage and the largest number of users. And that is our plan moving forward.
Dima, my dearest friend, hello. Good to see you. Well, first of all, I haven't been here before. I know that you're also building nearby. So it's cool and great to see all of this, but today we will talk about Sabai. You're an early investor in Sabai. Please tell me, you invest in both real estate and tokenized real estate. And you invested in us at a very early stage. Why?
I don't quite understand this parallel. Right now, it seems to me that the only common word here is real estate. So Sabai, in my understanding, is more about real estate security, the revolution in information preservation, and other things. So in 2022, I just started studying the question of what blockchain is, while starting simply with the theory of creating blockchains. I didn't understand the token as such back then. It was like a game when everyone was selling these tokenized paintings. It looked like some kind of farce, where IT specialists played with other IT specialists and resold to each other tenfold within a month. Well, I mean, this idea came to my mind, and let's call it fertile soil. This information started to grow, and then one day it just clicked for me. And I realized that a token is actually a really cool thing that cannot be forged. It is stored in a distributed network in the blockchain all over the world. And in fact, I suddenly realized that this is an opportunity to store documents globally for transactions, legal matters, inheritances, and so on. So I realized that this is an incredible tool that might eventually replace all government structures and so on. But no one around supported me. It was a complete misunderstanding. Here in Phuket, I suddenly decided to write in an IT chat where all the coders hang out, supposedly the smartest people in Phuket. Haters jumped on me and called me an idiot. And I thought maybe I'm an idiot. And then completely by chance I ended up at a conference that was dedicated to entirely different things. I'm not even sure it was dedicated to blockchain. And your guys were speaking there, and they started talking about real estate tokenization. Just 1 week, all of this happened in 1 week. And when I listened to them, I felt I was just amazed they were answering all my questions. I really wanted to go up to them and hug them to say thank you. After all, I'm not an idiot. Come here, let me hug you there. And I asked them questions for about 15 minutes. Well, I just drew everyone's attention from the audience. People have already gone to drink coffee there. In general, I just spent 15 minutes in direct dialogue with them. I saw who you work with, who these people are, how they think, how you all work. Plus, I know you well. So I sat through this briefing and realized that if I'm generally interested in participating in any project related to blockchains, there won't be a better opportunity. that I believe in more that is closer to my heart, that I believe in conceptually and trust the people involved. In other words, if I'm going to get involved, it has to be now, and so to the extent that I could afford it, I got in.
Hi, Kirill. Friends, this is our corporate lawyer. Let's talk about how our legal model is structured and organized in detail. Can you explain a little bit more in depth how everything legally works?
In more detail, our legal model is based on a group of companies. These companies are established in the jurisdictions of Panama and Singapore. These two jurisdictions are the most advanced in terms of blockchain. And this is how it works essentially. Our Panamanian fund buys real estate and lists it on our Sabai platform. Why did we choose Panama to open the fund? Because Panama offers unique opportunities as a jurisdiction where investors' rights are strongly protected. Several special laws have been enacted to regulate investments. These laws safeguard the rights of all participants, including those involved in collective investing.
All right, it seems clear. But could you please explain in more detail how we ensure security and legal clarity in the transactions?
The real estate is acquired by the Panamanian company, and all financial transactions are conducted officially. We have a purchase and sale agreement or a long-term lease agreement for the property supported by a certificate of ownership or from government authorities of the countries where the property is acquired and registered. For example, in Thailand, real estate is tokenized through a company that is established in Singapore, as I mentioned earlier. This is the company on which our platform operates. This country is renowned for its vibrant economy and bustling financial sector, a financial and economic hub in Asia. More than 5 years ago, laws were enacted in Singapore regulating the interaction between digital assets and real-world assets. The procedure is detailed, thorough, and very convenient and safe.
Crypto-friendly country.
Right, yes. This is convenient for the platform, since the entire procedure is already in law, and it is convenient for investors to protect their interests. Also, each platform user or investor undergoes the KYC, Know Your Customer, procedure. This is necessary to comply with AML, anti-money laundering requirements.
Decipher it right away, please.
Anti-money laundering is a procedure that is established in many jurisdictions. It protects market participants from laundering illegally obtained proceeds and also counters terrorism and, in general, any illegal activity. In this way, we can protect both the rights of the investor and the responsibilities of the platform, and generally ensure the safety of the entire investment process.
And what is also important is to comply with legal requirements in the jurisdictions in which we are located. In Singapore, in Panama, right?
Yes, and in the country where the real estate is located.
It's all very simple. That is, so that you guys understand, in general, everything is simple. That is, in the country in which the real estate is located, documents for this actual real estate can be purchased by a legal entity from any other country. For example, in Panama we buy, tokenize in Singapore, and it is legal in all countries. This is called the legal framework. That is, such a legal scheme, framework, agreement, shell. Yes, that allows us to implement our project.
In fact, we managed to develop a legal model in which the investor and the interests of the platform are protected by traditional law. That is, these are purchase and sale agreements, leases, certificates, and extracts from government organizations, as well as digital. Well, one might say that documents and digital records are stored on the blockchain via smart contracts.
Kirill, I understand how difficult it must be to grasp this entire structure and system the first time. Tell us in detail how we respond and how we communicate. How do we educate our investor so that he makes the right decision?
This process is quite simple. If an investor or a potential investor, our client, has any questions, they can always reach out to our support chat. We are always ready to provide detailed answers, clarify anything needed, and explain anything further. All our communications are recorded in the chats. Therefore, in case of any disputes, they can always be referred to, and any claims can be directed to us. It's worth mentioning that, to date, we haven't had any negative experiences with disputes involving investors. We fulfill our obligations in full. All contracts and transaction records are stored on the platform. The terms of token purchases are also outlined in the contract that is signed. Our actions are aimed at ensuring the security of the investor's operations and the safety of the platform itself. We operate proactively, publicly, transparently, and we have entered the blockchain market seriously and for the long term.
Our potential is measured not by paper, not by promises, but by what we have already done. We have a limited supply. So what does that mean? It means that our tokens are in limited quantity. They are in fact not infinite. They can be bought once, and that's it. So the people who get in first and buy these tokens will definitely be able to earn well with us. There is a market, new listings, exchanges, and what happens on the market. But we are not just a token traded on an exchange. We have technology and a product. Our token is backed by real estate. How? When new developers join us and we convert their real estate into tokens, they pay for services with our token and pay fees in the token. Consequently, this stabilizes the token. And despite being a token traded on the exchange, it is backed by liquid assets, real estate, and supported by major real estate developers. We are currently in many negotiations with developers. We plan to have at least 2 new real estate developer listings in the next 2 to 3 months. And then we will definitely launch the white label solution. What does this mean? That we will be able to create a platform for developers where they can independently list their properties in unlimited quantities. Consequently, commissions are paid in tokens, and thus the liquidity of our token continuously increases.
Structures, including the one where we are recording this podcast. This is the new Lei and Verde project worth $500 million. And it is a very fundamental, large, and important serious business. And Sabai Protocol is our tech startup, where we as researchers and innovators are currently developing a comprehensive product and legal framework. It is very important to ensure that your money is safe and protected, and also to make real estate transactions easier, more efficient, and more accessible worldwide in various regions and ensure transparency. This is our mission, vision, and our goal, to make this world a little better through the Sabai Protocol. So study it, visit the website, take a look, and make your decisions.